Sid is doing high-speed chases. Nancy got a little secret going on. And yet and still, these ladies are running the LAPD. Let's talk about it.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, I'm happy to have you. It's like, two ladies, we doing this thing, and then the partners is all coming together.
It's coming together. We're reunited.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
Yes.
Welcome, guys. Tonight, you are watching LA's finest after show. This is season 1, the pilot, one of Spectrum's first originals. So tonight, we're going to be getting to know some characters. We're going to discuss the operation that went down. We're going to talk about why Sid left the Miami DEA. Then we have our special segment, news and gossip, and we're going to close out with some predictions. But before we get into all that, let me let you guys know that I'm your host, Porchia Carter, and joining me is the wonderful, the infamous, the beautiful Ashley Allen.
Oh my God, I love that. Thanks, Boo.
Yes. So, top of the show thoughts.
I think the show is cute. I see room for growth. But I do like it.
I think for growth, I'm on that. Okay.
But I think it's really cute. I definitely think that both characters, Sid and, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on Jessica Alba's character. Nancy McKenna. I think they both have characteristics that women and just anybody can relate to, which I like and I think is important, especially when we're doing a cop duo that are women.
Yeah,
I think
it.
It's very important for them to relate to everybody, and I think they do that. So I'm on board.
I'm on board too. I think this was a great first episode. It was, a lot going on. A lot going on. And some of the parts was a little cheesy. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. It was a little cheesy on some parts. I'm like, y'all for real having a whole conversation about a book club during a whole bus? Nah, this ain't how we about to go down.
But I will say the one thing that I appreciated about this pilot episode was that it was definitely action-packed. Because, certain, action shows or films, you might get one action thing towards the end or one here or there. From beginning to end, there was action, and that's what I want to see. If I'm going to watch a show like this, I need some action.
Yeah, I need action all the way through because I am not an action girl. I am a drama, romance, comedy, dramedy.
Okay.
That's me. I'm in that kind of realm. So when I get a show that's action-packed, the first thing I ever loved that was all action was Bad Boys. Yeah. So to see Bad Boys 1 and 2, and then this is the spinoff of it, it's like, okay, y'all doing something because I don't watch action, so I really have to love something in order to, be in tune. Okay. And I kind of love it so far. I did, we working on some stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna have to let them know, y'all gonna need some of my input, but how the way y'all handling some things.
Okay.
But let's get into these characters. So let's first talk about Sid. Because we know her from Miami.
Yes.
She was a DEA in Miami. She rode with Mike Lowry. And her brother Marcus. And, they had a little situation in Bad Boys 2 where she was with Marcus. Lo and behold, we have her now. She's no longer, she was with Mike Lowry.
Yes.
She's no longer with him. She done moved to LA. And now it just seems like she player. No strings attached.
She's Mike Lowry now. She's the female version of Mike Lowry. And to be honest, I really love it. Yeah. Because, again, when you have women characters, you're expecting them to be the mom and to be settled down. So I like that she's, a young woman out here living her life safely and having fun. Yeah. So I like it. I'm digging it.
She's safe. And you want to know something, she's not the, friends with benefits with only men. You come to my bed, we do the get go, and then he go to go cup in the morning.
Yes.
She got women on the line too.
She does not discriminate. Clearly.
She does not discriminate. And hold on, first of all, was the girl that woke up in her bed, was that Jen, the same girl that Rutherford?
That was her.
I'm I know that ain't the girl she just puff past too.
Yes, it sure was.
That was outrageous. She stole that man's girl. Right from up under him.
Sometimes it happens
during his case. The operation was his. Okay, look. She do her thing. So how do we feel about Miss Nancy McKinney?
I like Nancy. I think that she is, you always got to have the balance, the kind of wild partner, the safe partner. even though she's a safe partner, I think it's been made apparent at the end of the episode that clearly she has some skeletons in her closet that she may not be
she got a
as safe as we think she is. So
okay.
I'm very interested in, really want to dive into her character and her backstory. I'm really interested in her.
Yeah, I see McKenna as like a ice cream cone, you know, the ones that have like the chocolate on the outside, but in the middle is ice cream.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
The dipped ones.
Yeah, the dipped ones. So on the outside, it's like really, you know, pretty and it tastes good, a little hard, you know, put together. She got, you know, a nice husband who intern DA now. Mm-hmm. She got a little stepdaughter who is a great girl, you know, don't be doing nothing wrong and who loves her. But then, you know, we got a little stuff in the inside that's melting out. Just by chance. Yes. Her ice cream is spilling over. You think she good. You think she cute. You think she got a little shell on her that look a little nice, but her skeletons in the closet spilling out a little bit. Yeah. They just melting on out of the chocolate.
The chocolate shell has cracked.
It has cracked. Like, I was real deal loving her. She always be like, I don't want to play good cop today. But baby girl... The way the show ended, I don't know about Miss McKenna now.
Yeah, I don't either. I feel like she's had some Mike Lowry days of herself.
When I tell you, you know how like back Bad Boys, they used to be like, he ain't no Mike Lowry. She ain't no Marcus. Like, you know how like we would compare the two, like how Sid would be Mike Lowry and McKenna, she would be Marcus. Marcus real deal had Mike's back. He didn't keep secrets. He always told him he did keep a secret, acting like he was him that one time, but it was all just to keep the witness happy. True. Whatever. But, you know, he was up front. He was his real deal partner. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And when it comes to like that scene where she walked up in there at the club, wow, you know, all the guns was pointing at Sid. It could have been right then and there that, you know, she could have let Sid know, hey, I know dude. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude that, you know, done pulled out the goals on you. I actually know him. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we need to talk about what you're doing because I know dude and he ain't safe.
Why do you think
But she kept it into herself.
Why do you think she didn't say anything?
Ooh. I think she's just like Sid's dad right now.
Okay.
Think that these people are dangerous and do not need to be messed with.
Okay.
And so she probably want to try to protect her a little bit, you know.
I feel the same way, but I'm like, well, dang, after you guys left, maybe you could have said something. Yeah. But I guess we'll see. We'll figure out why she hasn't. Mm-hmm. There's got to be a reason.
Yeah. So how do we feel about Sid's dad?
I don't know how I feel about him yet. A part of me feels bad because
she don't mess with dude.
He wasn't there because of his career, and he's trying to make up for it, but I don't know. I feel bad for him, but at the same time, it's like, well, you did choose to pick your career over your family, so.
Yeah. And it's like, I kind of like didn't understand the situation. It's like, I don't know if he lived in Miami or they moved from LA because he was literally like, he literally said, I let y'all mama take y'all to Miami. Yeah. And so I'm thinking like maybe they were born and raised in LA. And then once the parents divorced, they uprooted and she moved to Miami. That's what I'm thinking. We ain't got too much backstory, but somehow the other side of the family ended up in Miami. And so it's hard to say that somebody isn't in your life when they're not in the same state as you. Of course they're not in your life. They're not like, you know, they're not like touching distance. Like I can't roll up at your house. And
well, I mean, you still could call or do something.
You're right.
But it almost sounds like there was no type of contact or relationship at all. But we also don't know if maybe when he did reach out because she was angry, she just brushed him off. Like we don't really know.
But we do see she got daddy issues. And I can understand, you know, where she come from because my personal experience, my daddy didn't grow up in the same state as me. I lived in Detroit. He lived in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And I did stay with him in Atlanta for like 3 years, but it was like a whole, you just can't move into a ready-made family type of thing. Stepmom was crazy. He ain't really there because he's a truck driver. So it was still like he's not there. So had to just, you know, come on back home. And like being away from him and knowing that my other siblings, have access to him, you know, the kids that he have with his wife now. Yeah. Like, all of those siblings have access to him that I don't. Like, they got to grow up with him. They got to know him. Mm-hmm. It kind of, you know, made me have daddy issues because I'm just like, hey.
Well, yeah, that's
it ain't like you
understandable.
not able to be a good father to me.
Yeah.
You got kids you take care of. You just ain't taking care of me. You know?
Listen.
So I understand where she's coming from. Because I used to hate my daddy sometimes. But, I've gotten over it. Now he's like, my right-hand man. Like, if it's any man in the world that I would call on for anything, it's my daddy.
Yeah. And I think that might be the case here. Maybe, hopefully, by the end of the season, we'll see their relationship grow. But we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
But I definitely feel like her relationship with her dad definitely is a big part of who she is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. This is why she, doing them and leaving them. Checking the doses. They got your to-go cup. Why are you still here? Okay, in the morning. Yes. So next on the list, we got the Bens. We got the Bens on the team. Everybody in LAPD, they got like their little teams, and it's Nancy McKenna, Sid, and then we have a white guy and a black guy, and they're both named Ben. How do we feel about the Bens?
I think the Bens are funny.
Super.
I like that they're there. Again, I think them being there, their role in the show is kind of like a cliche moment to me, but I think it is very necessary to kind of have that man versus woman drama in the office. Yeah. But I do like the Bens. I think that they're going to be a very important part of the show, and not only the show, but for the two ladies, their relationship.
Yeah, I think there is going to be like a woman-man war, and we see Chief, the captain, he like kind of pins them against each other. Like he make the women go babysit the baby,
right,
and send the boys to do the hard stuff. And it's just like, you can't do that to them because they really bad.
They really are.
Like they some bad chicks. They ain't playing with you. They didn't come to play. They came to shut this down.
Yes.
And so I kind of see the dynamic between, masculinity and femininity and how that works in, I guess, law enforcement. And it's a little weird. But we're going to work our way through that. So let's talk about the operation of the night.
Okay.
So we get this little thing with a woman who just so happened to work for a man, I guess, in some type of like banking, accounting firm, whatever they doing. But her boss is doing some illegal stuff with the Garza cartel.
Yes.
And Freddie Cruz, whose nickname is Cruz, is the guy over it. The girl finds out that there's some illegal activity going on. She frees the account, not knowing that it's the cartel's account. So the cartel come after her kid. Let's talk about it.
Listen. Let me ask you this. Did you, at the very beginning, did you suspect that her boss had anything to do with it? Like when
Of course not.
You didn't?
Of course not. I had no idea.
I kind of did.
No. I didn't know what was going on. All I know is the nanny got shot and the little boy is driving the car, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, how do we get here? I was so confused about the whole thing, and granted, they unraveled it so backwards. Like, they started from the end to go to the beginning. So it's like, we don't really understand what's going on. But, all I knew was a little boy is in trouble. I knew that it had something to do with his parents. That's what I was thinking. Right. Granted, we didn't see his father in the picture or however that worked.
Yeah.
But I knew it had something to do with his parents, and obviously the boy was valuable enough for them not to kill him, because they could have killed him too, but they shot the babysitter instead and killed her off.
Yeah.
So I just thought it had something to do with his parents. I didn't suspect the boss at all.
Well, I only started suspecting him when they went to the office to try to search her computer, and it was already open. That's when I was like, okay.
He was trying to crack the code.
Well, yeah, because like they said, like her computer has a locked security code on it, and it was open when they were there. So who else has access to her office, and the computer is unlocked? Yeah,
he was the only one that could have been able to do that. You're right.
Yeah.
I didn't even peep game.
Yeah, it's okay. Add me to the team. I'm ready to fight right now.
Ready. I did not even peep game, but yeah, okay. I see. I put 2 and 2 together now. But they figured it out on their own. They just like, look, they roll up on the guy who was driving the car when Cruz shot the babysitter. They roll up on him, and they dang near torture him to get some info, because Sid is crazy.
She's crazy.
She's really crazy, like Mike Lowry.
Yeah.
She's real crazy.
But I love it, though. I love it.
She was about to drop a whole car on his face.
Yeah. If you were a cop, which one would you be? Would you be McKenna or would you be Sid?
Sid.
Me too, girl.
See?
I be
Gots to be said. McKenna a little too soft for me.
Yeah.
She a little too soft. And granted, you know, she has her moments where she wants to play nice. But even when they pulled up on the guy who runs the gun store, she faked the trigger pulling. Like, she didn't even put the bullet in the chamber, but scared him just for putting the gun together, you know? So she like one of them, like, bluffer, I'm going to get you. But Sid, like, no, it's going in. Like, she was like, I expected his head to be blowed off right now. Yeah, and she like, no, I ain't put the bullet in there.
Sid would have probably pistol whipped him, and then it would have been over.
Yeah.
Much faster.
But they wouldn't have got no answers out of dude.
True.
But lo and behold, they did. And then they pull up to the address of the answers of where they got the... And this is what pissed me off. It was the boss who gave them...
His little nasty... You nasty!
First of all, he a whole submissive. But it was the boss who goes and orders the guns for Cruz to pick up. That's some foul stuff, like super shady. Yeah. He ordered those guns, like the address that they gave wasn't the address to Cruz spot. It was to the boss place. He ordered the guns to put the hit out on his whole employee. And you know he already knew, like, all right, take her child. She gonna want her child. So this how we gonna get the code. Y'all work that out on y'all own. Like, set her up for the kill. Yeah. And he's sitting here getting spanked.
Girl,
having a good old time.
Having a good time. Poor little Kyle. I felt bad for the little boy. He was so cute. Number one.
He was smart too.
Yeah, very smart.
Can't drive, but he's smart.
But they did get him to talk with those Skittles. I probably would have talked to somebody, give me some Skittles too.
Yeah. But, and I think because, like, Sid's so rough around the edges, it's really cool to see Nancy in, like, this little soft area. Yeah. So she kind of, like, soft a little bit. And then, you know, she played the play. She like, you know what? I got these Skittles that we just got from this store bus. So, you gonna come over here. We gonna share these Skittles and we friends. It's like the whole... Can I have a piece of gum thing? And somebody give you a piece of gum, y'all friends. That type of thing, you know? So I just thought that was, you know, pretty cute. And I like how the whole thing went down at the end with them actually, you know, getting the boy. And, you know, Sid taking that risk and jumping over the boat. Yeah. So the grenade don't get them.
I actually really loved the final scene when they were at Santa Monica Pier. Yeah. I liked how, and for a second I was really scared that, what's his name? The cartel guy.
Cruz.
That he was going to figure out what was happening, because when she was like on the phone and she was typing on the computer, he was kind of looking at her like, something's not right. Yeah. So I was scared for a moment, because I was like, I think he's figured this out.
But then little Kyle, he's so smart. He walked up. I think he's smart, but his delayed reaction of, oh, this is mom, was like, you know, I don't know. Because he said mom a little weird. Yeah. He trying to figure some stuff out. She don't look like she could be nobody's mama. So he was like kind of piecing two and two together. Yeah. And I like how, so we see how in the first little situation where they blew up the house and stole the boy, the white being got shot. They had to take homeboy to the hospital. Yes. But then at the when they were having like the little operation in the end when they were trying to save the boy, it was like black being was shooting up the whole team. Like, he wasn't playing. I was like, okay, these bands are a little different. Yeah. I'm like, okay, white being a little soft. And black being with the stuff, okay? He's with it. He is with it. So not only is he with it, we are with it. And we want to let y'all know how we can be with it with y'all. We all just stay with it together.
Yes. So we want you guys to know that we are very appreciative of you tuning in to us here at AfterBuzz TV, and we want to thank you for making us the ESPN talk of TV. Yes. And we need your help. So to continue being successful and to continue to grow, we need you to make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, make sure that you give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, and make sure that you leave us a comment, because we actually do read the comments, right?
Yeah.
And if you leave us a really good comment, we might even shout you out. You know, I think maybe we'll make that part of, you know, one of our
special segments.
Yes, we'll shout out anybody who leaves us the nicest comment or the best comment. We will give you a special shout out, and we'll give one shout out every week. So being a part of AfterBuzz TV, for me personally, I can say I love being here. And it's actually kind of crazy, because before I moved here to LA, I was a viewer of AfterBuzz. I used to watch all of my favorite after shows.
Shut up, really?
I did. I listened to on iTunes in my car. I would watch the show on YouTube. So to be sitting here now as an employee at AfterBuzz TV is very
that
surreal.
Is so amazing. I had no idea about AfterBuzz until I moved here, and I found out about Black Hollywood Live first.
Okay.
Like, that was the first network because I seen my friend was getting interviewed on the politics show that Black Hollywood Live had, and I seen Elena. I seen her on there. I'm like, this girl is so smart. I want to be a part of what she's doing. And lo and behold, like that next week, me and Elena went to a dance practice together. And I'm just like, hey, I just saw you on YouTube.
That is so
How did you get to do what you're doing? She was like, it's through AfterBuzz TV. I said, AfterBuzz. And literally, as soon as I found out about it, I went and looked some stuff up. The Scandal after show, I was glued.
Yes.
I was glued. I watched it. Every time I watched Scandal, I went back and watched the Scandal after show. I said, I'm sending in my resume.
Yes.
Y'all better book me.
And you guys can be part of the family. Even if you don't live here in LA, you can still be a part of the family. Like I said, leaving a comment, sending us emails, whatever, and we can read and make you part of the show.
Right? So if you want to be a part of the show, look, this is the criteria for our new special segment that we're going to show you next week, not today. But go ahead and leave us a great review or a nice comment or something, and we're going to pick somebody every week to shout out. Give us some insight. If you know some behind-the-scenes stuff that we should know about the show, let us see it, okay?
Yes. So, again, thank you guys for supporting us here at AfterBuzz TV and making us the ESPN of TV Talk.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, let's get into why Sid left Miami as the DEA.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
I need you to break it down because there was a few details about that situation that clearly I missed.
Okay, so we know that Sid went to her daddy's house to go get some intel.
Yes.
And then he gave her a name, Ray Schmyrna. Then she popped up, or Sherman, whatever the man name is. So she pop up at the club where Ray at. She pretend that she's the, bottle girl. She go to the back. Stuff get a little crazy. She like, I got a 380 on your boss pool. And she about to pull the trigger. He call out his boys. Then we see baby girl McKenna show up.
Wait, McKenna's quote in that scene.
Come on, tell us. Make it good, girl.
She said, it smells like sweaty tits and bad
decisions. I was like, okay. And you know what? It kind of was like 2 and 2 when Sid was talking to Jen after she rolled her blunt for her. Mm-hmm. First of all, Sid is a boss. You talking to you? She is a whole detective interrogating a witness and roll up the witness blunt for her, smoke it and pass it to her. But anyway, so she said that same line. She was like, I just need you to start making some better decisions.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, so she was listening to McKenna when she said that. But yeah, so all of that went down. So McKenna goes to Sid because she's just like, you got to let me in because what just happened here? So Sid tells the story. When she was, working for the DEA in Miami, she got put on the Gabriel Knox case.
Yes.
So Gabriel Knox just so happened to, Sid don't know what happened. All she know is what the doctors told her when she woke up.
Yeah.
When she woke up, she first of all, her cover had been blown. She had been kidnapped, tortured, shot, and left for dead. But she woke up in the hospital and she said she thought she was pregnant or found out she was pregnant.
Yeah.
But obviously we see she don't got no baby, so she probably had an abortion. She wasn't going with that because obviously they raped her.
Yeah.
But that was, I guess, part of her torture that went on. So all of these horrible things happened to her. So she left the DEA in Miami to join the LAPD because Gabriel Knox had moved to LA. And she like, I'm going to come find this fool.
Revenge.
Yeah. That's what happened.
I like it.
That's why Sid is in LA.
And I think that is a good reason.
I feel like because she had this moment, where she talked about how Marcus was the only person there for her.
Yeah.
I think she should tell Marcus her game plan. Because first of all, if she don't talk to her daddy that well, then that means Marcus ain't talking to the daddy. So only the daddy know that she out here on some BS.
But what about Mike? We got to get the story with Mike because remember she gave Kyle the watch that it says from Mike. So I'm hoping, and she was like, this is very special to me. It means a lot. So I'm hoping that we're going to get some type of information about what happened there.
I think it has something to do with what happened to her. Like, I don't think she, he cheated. I don't think they had a falling out. I think because of the situation that happened and with all of that going on and her being angry and wanting to flee to LA to go find dude, that's what makes them separated. They're not really
time for a relationship.
Yeah,
right
because she like, I'm on a revenge strike. Like, I'm about to blow this mug up. Yeah. And like, she told her daddy, because he was just like, you only one woman. She like, you damn right. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm about to blow this mug up.
She will blow up the whole city by the end of the show.
Blow the whole city up. Okay, LA is going up in flames.
Yes.
So we see her actually blow up Ray Schmurda's club. Okay? Yes. They blew up the club, and not only did she blow up the club, Ray calls Nancy the next day like, we need to talk about your partner because she done crossed the line. And then obviously they passed the phone to somebody named Dante.
Dante is cute.
Dante fine, baby, okay? Woo. And I'm thinking that might have been McKenna's ex.
Definitely has to be her ex.
We don't know what's up with that, but I'm going to go ahead and jump into our special segment before we get into our predictions, okay?
Okay.
So our special segment of the night is Women in Law Enforcement. Woo. This is a segment where we highlight some of the most amazing women in law enforcement. So if you're watching us, make sure you let us know. If you got an auntie, mama, sister, cousin, and some type of law enforcement, whether it be a lawyer, a police officer, first responder on dispatch, okay? Anybody that you know, a woman in law enforcement, make sure you let us know. Send us a comment, email, and we're going to shout them out. We're going to look them up, make sure we shout out some good things about them.
Yes.
But tonight, I just want y'all to know that this is a shameless plug. Let me just start out by saying that. So tonight, our woman in law enforcement is Athena.
Woo, Athena.
Athena from 911. Who is also played by Angela Bassett. And this is a shameless plug because I am also a host on the 911 After Show, which I'll be doing next. So make sure y'all come over and watch the drama of AfterBuzz TV and watch me on 911 After Show, okay? Because you're going to see this beautiful face again where I shout out Athena all day up and through that because we got a Queen Bassett moment. But if y'all don't know, Athena is played by Angela Bassett. And Angela, with her role as Athena, is like wisdom, power, strength. Like, she always, anytime somebody calls for any 911 call, she always the first on the scene. Mm-hmm. She always finding out every situation that's going on.
She takes control of the situation. She
takes control.
Yes.
She lets them know.
Yeah.
She lets them know what's up every single time. Nothing gets past her. You're not about to fabricate no story of nothing, and she not going to find out the truth.
Yeah.
She's an amazing woman in law enforcement, and even though Athena is just a character, I wanted to shout her out today because I love her just that much.
Yes. And I think the thing that I like about her character that they do on the show is they humanize her.
Yes.
Yes, she's a boss. Yes, she's strong, but she's also still a woman.
She also still a woman with some issues, okay? She take care of her family. Her husband done divorced her. He gay now. And now she got a new man, and he white, and her mama not a fan of, her marrying a white man. But lo and behold, she's still making it do what it does. Okay?
Now, doesn't that sound interesting? I'm going to go watch your show after this.
Okay? Look, this is season finale, but it ain't too late for y'all to join us because we'll be back in the fall too, okay? Look. But shout out to Athena. She's our woman in law enforcement today. Next, we got some news and gossip.
Yes, we do.
TV news.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we definitely have some news and gossip for today's episode of LA's Finest. So yes, today was the premiere of the show. So I went on and I found some snippets of some reviews of what the internet is saying about the show.
Make it good, girl.
All right, so TV Guide is loving the show. They said that Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba's Bad Boys spinoff is definitely worth the wait. Fans of Bad Boys franchise won't have to worry about this show tainting the franchise. And actually, you don't have to know anything about the films. You can jump right into the show and know what's going on, which is very true. And I do like that they did that.
Because they don't go back and forth about anything. All she mentions is Marcus's name and, why she left the mind. All we knew is the little snippets of her history of what she tell us, but that isn't the start of this show.
Exactly. Hollywood Reporter, on the other hand, is not so much feeling LA's Finest.
They hate it.
They said LA's Finest is awful, and they probably won't be tuning in after this week.
Oh, y'all can't say stuff like that.
I find that very interesting because I don't think that this show is awful. I think that it's good. Like I said in the beginning, it has room to grow, just like every show, especially on the pilot episode.
This is just the pilot.
We have a long way to go. So I'm actually kind of shocked at Hollywood Reporter, because usually I pretty much agree with their reviews, but I don't agree with this one. And Variety magazine says that Alba told Variety that this action series is led by 2 non-white women, which is unprecedented. She also said that usually women of color play a token character of some kind, which is usually a girlfriend, a bad girl, side piece, and women in this, action genre is, like I said, always plays a stereotype. And she was very excited about taking this role. Gabrielle Union recommended her for this role. She's
I'm glad.
Very
Gabby
excited.
bringing Jessica back out on the scene, because I didn't see Jessica Alba since Honey.
Yes.
Okay.
And she said that one of her favorite things about this show is that they wrote the 2 women characters like real people, which I really do agree with.
And I love that, which we talked about in the beginning, all of their background issues.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that is the news and gossip, and they've been all around New York today and yesterday plugging the show. So
okay,
I'm excited to see where we go.
Okay, so they on their promotion
tour. Yeah,
they need to come on up in here. Okay,
yes.
Y'all hear us? Y'all need to come on up in here, promote with us, because we got y'all. We gonna watch y'all. We ain't like Hollywood Reporter kicking y'all to the curb, because we here. Okay,
yes,
we love this woman empowerment, and especially women of color empowerment, giving them a different outlook, making them bosses. You know what they remind me of? Saw and Columbiana. You seen those movies?
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay.
Like how them was some bad chicks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's them too. It ain't as much craziness going on, because those was like full movies, and both of them was out for revenge.
Yes.
These are 2 good girls who just making stuff happen. Okay. Yes. So let's get into our predictions for next week.
All right.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right. You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
So I believe that they Dante and Ray gonna start coming around, and they gonna find out where Nancy live at, because they got her phone number, so it ain't hard to trace her. They gonna find out where she live at. They gonna start popping up, and her husband and Izzy gonna be a little confused, like, who is these dudes? But they gonna try to get to her so that they can get to see it. That's my prediction.
Okay. I definitely think Dante will be around for a while. I think at some point in time, he's definitely gonna meet the husband.
Ooh,
yeah.
And he interned DA.
Yeah, I definitely think that's going to happen. Sid and her father, again, I think that relationship has room to grow. I think she maybe just needs to get out some aggression and maybe open up a little room for him in her life.
Yeah, because maybe if she opened up room for him, she could open up room for another man, because she's crazy.
Yeah.
Or a woman, whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited to see where this show is going. I think it's going to be really good. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. So I hope you guys are excited to see what's happening next, because next week y'all going to see our beautiful faces again. So make sure y'all are with us next week. Until then, Ashley, tell them where they can find you, baby.
All right, you guys know where to find me on all social media at Ashley Reed Allen.
And you can find me everywhere at Porchia Carter. See y'all next week.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.